That's going to be the difference. Do you know what I mean? Paying for upskilling your education. There's always a new trend in fitness. There's always something to learn. And I've got great results. I've had great results. And this week I still paid for a call because it's an investment, not an expense. There's something I can learn. Go for it.
How about taking on another online coach?
How many clients you got?
13.
When do you want to take them on?
I've already got one.
Huh?
I've already got one.
At 13 clients?
No, for myself, but...
Oh, sorry, go for it. Sorry, put that across again.
Transformation.
Sorry, say that again.
So I'm taking on an online coach for yourself.
So you've hired an online coach? Yeah, go for it.
So I'll do it for the purpose of, obviously...
Yeah, but what you're going to do there is you're going to learn how that coach coaches, you're going to learn how they give their responses, you're going to learn what process do they do, how many times do they track, do they do video. The best way to learn is having an online coach. And that's why I'm a big believer of, like genuinely, it sounds mad, I'm a big believer of changing online coach. If a client leaves me, I'm like, great, you're probably going to come back if it's not the same service. Or do you know what? I live with peace, man. You're probably going to get a better result. I'm happy for you. Oh, 100%. 100%. Yeah, and then naturally, if you employ an online coach, you'll know what works. I've worked with Carl's coach before. I didn't like the voice notes. I didn't like 4-minute voice notes. I said, man, this is crazy. I like videos, so now I do videos. So you learn what you like, and then you can implement with a bit of passion. So 100% learning from a coach before you're going to learn the processes. You might not know why your weight's gone up. You work with a coach, he tells you. You can now implement that to 13 clients. So it is great to have someone in front of you that you can learn off. So like I said, guys in here, when was the last time you attended a coaching seminar? Don't neglect them. Pay someone for a consult call. If there's someone that I see on Instagram and I'm like, their results are sick from America, I pay them for a consult call. And I run client, I say, this is a client, the X amount of weeks out, what would you do in this position? Because that's how you learn. When was the last time you prioritized education as much as your training? This is my diary. This is every week. Work on the business. So that's how my business is going to run, what content the team's putting out for the week, me speaking to my PA. Education, every week, 90 minutes. Nothing gets into that. And the only way you're going to get released results is if you're prioritizing that education block. But you need to see everything as an investment. That, right now, that's my only day off of the week. But I'm investing 90 minutes of my time into learning. So at the minute, it's not coaching, I'm learning a lot of sales. Because I know long-term, that's going to help with my business. Obviously, I've got a team, I review their calls. That's not great, that's not great. But I always think working on your business and education are two things you should definitely block out in your diary over training. And like I said, you can see here, it's set every single week. And that's the way you get better results, is by upskilling and learning from people sort of in front of you. And like I said, treat your brand like a business. And this is obviously, you know, when your brand's to where it wants, you can see here sign-ups, drop-offs, inquiries, and calls taken. So this is one of my coaches. I know how many sign-ups she's had, how many drop-offs she's had, how many inquiries she's had, how many calls she's had. She got told off this week because she had 4 inquiries and none booked calls. What's the bottleneck? What's the problem? If you're getting inquiries and they're not booking calls, are you too harsh in your process? A lot of the times I see they inquired at 9 a.m. and you replied at 9 p.m. That reflects your service. So obviously I run a team, so I've got to keep these KPIs. Even if you haven't got a team, keep your KPIs. I should be able to say, Isaac, what's the lifetime value of a client? You should turn around and say 9 months, because I know the average. So again here, drop-offs, sign-ups, inquiries, number of calls, total clients. All right, sweet, we've not gained clients here. Well, what's wrong? Is it our content? Are we not aggressive in booking the calls? So I look at everything like an organization, and people are shocked because I want to run a business that never going to sell it. If I wanted to, hey, I don't want to do it. Take it over, rebrand it. It's got clients on the books already. A check-in register. Don't leave someone to miss 2 to 3 check-ins. What creates habit? 3 weeks of the same thing. Miss 3 check-ins, probably going to drop off. This is a register not many people do. Done, late check-in, missed check-in, requested next day. Spoken to, will recheck in next week. I know when I get home tonight, I've got 17 check-ins. I know some of them are late, some of them miss. If you're late, you get a message. Don't check in past 10:30. Just don't check in. If it's missed, why have you missed it? Hey, bro, I got caught up at the hospital. Hey, do you know what? I'd rather you check in tomorrow. I'm going to keep that business. If you fall off the routine of checking in, it's easy to do it 3-4 weeks and then fall off. So I think this is genuinely seen a massive churn rate in my business and keeping it up, calling people out for not doing things. Hey, bro, you employed me, just chasing you to see why you ain't checked in. And again, check in, sign-ups, drop-offs, inquiries, number of calls, total clients. Expenses. What's coming in? What's coming out? What can be allocated to the business? Right now, I've got a high expense bill. You can see I did £3,000 on promo. But now I can look March, and that's obviously I bought clothing and stuff like that. But I can look in the next month and say, how can we bring that down? Because right now, a lot of coaches, I'm doing content. I say, man, you filmed me this geezer 4 times this week, £1,200 worth of content. What's it getting you? It's a business. So I always say, there was obviously some more on there, staff wages and stuff. Promo, content. You can see my courses. I bought a J3 course, £400. Not for me, for my team, but I still use it. That's supplements need to learn about anabolics for my team. So there's always things here that you need to see. Softwares, I don't know what, that's just little softwares. But again, I know exactly how the business is performing. And like, I can send you a sort of basic KPI sheet if you need one. But man, my business genuinely has skyrocketed since January. No magic tips, tracking KPIs. Why are we not getting calls booked in? Why are we not, because a lot of the time it's easy just to not push someone on a call. So I always say, treat it like a business, monthly coaching stats. And like I said, right now, I'm working with someone, I know exactly how much profit to the percent my business is making. Then I know, 1, am I paying staff too much? 2, are we overspending on content? Are we overspending on traveling and paying for expenses? Because you want a profitable business. You don't, for a long time, I got caught up in coaching and I was spending so much. It was profitable, but not as high. And the goal is obviously to run a business, any business, and make it as profitable as possible.